recording, and then I have my Facebook Live. So like I said, if people cannot join us on Zoom, but they can try their best, but if they cannot join us on the Zoom, please encourage them to join the live on YYCI International, okay? Because that is very important. Okay, I'm sure, can somebody check YYCI International if it is there? And then we can start off. So the recording is on and everything is on. Okay. So thank you for joining us today. It's a beautiful day that the Lord has made. We rejoice and be glad in it. And we thank God for the strength, for the grace, and for the power beckon on us all to do what we are doing every day. I also want to express my gratitude to the Lord God Almighty for this wisdom and the knowledge bestowed upon me to be able to share my inspirational nugget of wisdom. I want to express my gratitude to Dr. Lonson Tom, the founder of Prestige Cronza Consulting Firm, PCCF, and the organizer of this 10 days online diploma in leadership and management training, and also for giving us the opportunity to collaborate with them for this program in the name of YYCI International, collaborating with PCCF for this great opportunity. I want to say thank you. I also want to thank all my learners for being patient and willing to learn, and you've been joining us since Monday, both in the morning on Zoom and also in the evening on the WhatsApp platform. And if you have not joined us on WhatsApp platform, please get the link and join us this evening, while we will be sharing more and we will be learning more in details from Dr. Lonson Thompson. Oh, Lonson Tom. Okay, so let's start with
Dr. Elizabeth Lucas is a dynamic and motivation speaker. She is based in the United Kingdom. She is the founder and director of YYCI International. She has been invited to several international conferences to speak and lecture. She is an intelligent teacher, author, and she is a mentor to the younger generation. Please subscribe to YYCI TV on YouTube to watch her amazing videos. You will be glad you did.
This is just to let you know that there's nothing too difficult for you to do.
If we can change, then everything around us will change.
Without wisdom, you can't really create wealth. We're in the world of creativity. Okay, can I also encourage you to subscribe to YYCI.tv YouTube channel for more of our videos. You can even watch yesterday's program if you have missed it. And we also have our YYCI International programs and my own inspirational nuggets of wisdom. So I want to encourage you to subscribe to YYCI.tv YouTube channel. Thank you. Okay, let's move on. We've already been introduced, so I don't need to say much about that. And then these are all our books, my own book, my husband's book, and also members of YYCI as we collaborate together. And we form so many books, so you can get them on amazon.com or amazon.co.uk. You can also get it from YYCI International by Elizabeth.com and elizabethcreations.co.uk and many, many more platforms. Okay, we also have a program that we are doing this at the moment. If you want to become a co-author, we have opportunity. You can ask for the information from yyci.academic@gmail.com. These are the books that we did together, almost 80 or even 100 members of YYCI, from league, they are all leaders, from the younger ones to the older ones. We all collaborated on this book and we became an international co-authors. So if you want that opportunity again, please contact us and we'll be able to guide you through for this year 2024. And we've beckoned on our focus on relationship matters. So maybe this year we're going to do more on entrepreneurship, relationship, and also leadership. So feel free to ask us for more information. We can guide you through. You don't have to be expert. You start somewhere and then you grow and develop your skills. Okay, and these are the advanced ones. So if you join the co-author and then you want to advance by having your own book, turn your stories to book, your articles, your blogs and everything, we can also guide you. This is the advanced one, so you can ask questions about it. Okay, so let's move on again. All right, these are just some of our awards for Y.Y.C.I International, and we are on this program of leadership and management, which we started on Monday. We do the sections, two sections. We have one in the morning through the Zoom. We have in the evening through the WhatsApp. If you want to join us, I won't even say if you want to, feel free to join us, because learning is living and no knowledge is waste. And then any knowledge you have, you are using it to develop yourself and get better in your leadership still. Okay, so today we are going to focus on assessment of your own leadership style. Assessment of your own leadership style. And under it, we're going to be talking about understanding how to make use of your own strength in execution, excellence, networking, and relationship building, influencing the stakeholders, team, and individual. That is very important. Okay, so let us just continue. Remember we did a personal development 2 days ago. If you still remember, we made mention of self-assessment. So these are the things you need to really analyze your strengths. Now we are talking about the strengths. I know some of you, you know your strengths, you know your weakness, you know the opportunities. This is the time to now demonstrate your strengths, your skills, your talent, even to know your differences and beliefs, your uniqueness. This is the time. So some of you are already leading a team to achieve a particular goals. Some of you, you will be assigned, you will be appointed to be a leader, a director, or advisor. So these are the things that you need to put on the table, because when you use your strength to gain value, to gain knowledge, to gain more skills, you will see that people will value you and you are even adding value to others. Okay, so these are the SWOT analysis that you need to now sit down. What is your strength? You need to know what your ability, your capability, your assessment, you need to know your strength. What are you good at? What are you good at? What are the skills that you have developed so far? And what do you think you are that when people see you, they see that gift, that strength, that talent in you. So you need to now start assessing yourself, because who you are is what you will bring to the table. Who you are is what you will demonstrate in your team as a leader. So it is your strengths that will help you to lead efficiently. Your weakness is the area for you to develop personally, but your strength is already there. So you need to now, how do you activate your strengths in your leadership, especially leading a team? So, but I said right from the beginning that since the beginning of this program, and I will keep on saying it, and I know by now you will agree with me that 4 elements of the truths are: majority of us are still ignorant. Majority of us are still lack of understanding, and that is why we cannot apply, and that's why we are not progressing, and that is why we are not succeeding, and that is why we are frustrating, and that is why we are, we are struggling, because we have lack of understanding, and we are also ignorant. But we can break free from all this. We also have lack of vision. My Bible says that people perish because of the lack of vision. So yes, if you don't have vision, what are you working on? What is your goals? Where are you going? How are you going to do your journey? How are you going to walk? What are you working on? So you need to have a vision. What is your aspiration? What is your dream? What is your vision? Because if you're lacking, then you will just be walking, you will just be in the crowd being lost. You will just be dead. Although it's good to help others, but you also need to have your vision, because without vision, people perish. And then unknown of our identity of who we are and our purpose is very, very important. So that is why it is so important that we understand it right from the beginning. And guess what? Yes, you can break free. You can break free from being ignorance. You can break free from lack of understanding. You can break free from lack of vision. And you can even break free by not being lost in the crowd, but be developing yourself. Let me say this to my youth leaders. If you are idle and you are doing nothing to yourself, you don't believe in yourself, you don't know who you are, you don't know your why, you don't know your purpose, it is so easy for others down there to manipulate your mind, to control you, to lead you into destructions, to give you weapons to fight, to encourage you to go on violence and abuse others. Why? Because you are lost in this world. And that is why we will keep on encouraging all our leaders, our youth, our children, women, and men, to let them know that they can stand out of the crowd and start developing themselves and make themselves the leader, the great leader, an effective leader to the society, to the team that they belong to. Okay. But how can you do that? Become a life learner. A leader is a learner. A leader is a reader. So you become a learner. You learn from others. You learn from your own mistakes. You keep researching. You earn. You just yearn to want to know better, because that is the only way to break from ignorance, lack of understanding, lack of vision, and also lost in the society. Okay, while I'm doing this, can I quickly allow Dr. Lunsey to keep accepting them in as I'm continuing. I'm also, because of the connectivity, I'm going to also allow Ambassador Joseph. You can also accept people in, so that I keep on focusing on my reading. I'm also going to allow Lord James. Please accept people in as if possible, please. And if any one of them did not mute themselves and they're talking on the background, please try to mute them, because I really want to concentrate on what I am doing. Thank you so much. Okay, let's continue. So become a life learner. Learning is lifelong, and you need to keep learning as long as you are living. Curiosity will keep you thirsty for more, and no matter your level of education, you should never stop learning. And Y.Y.C.I Mama said, and I quote, "A thirst for knowledge is something that can never be quenched and should be a lifelong quest." So discover what you are capable of as a leader leading a team, and keep yourself in a growth mindset so that you can keep adding, upgrading your knowledge and feeding your mindset. So keep learning. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. One of the ways to pursue your dream is to get yourself educated. It is to get yourself in a position of learning every day. And this quote was said by Walt Disney. So before we go any further, let me quickly say this. How can we progress as a leader? Because that is the main reason why you are here. You want to get better in your leadership. You want to get better in your own life. You want to progress. You want to, progress. You want to succeed as a leader. So to be progressive in our thinking requires reading, studying, researching, and getting more information, updating and upgrading our knowledge. A leader must be a reader, a learner, for learning produces better performances as a leader. Progressive thought would lead me and you to discover and embrace new wisdom and ideas, to lead and getting fresh insights on a new thing. And will help me and you to see the future brighter and show us solutions. That is why we are really developing ourselves on this platform. It's not about certificate. Certificate is just a proof. It's just a proof that you will put in your shelf. And it is okay because you need to present to your employer, you want to present to the bank manager, you want to present to your company, organization or so. So it's good, or you want to add it to your CV and profile. There's nothing bad in it. But what will make it valuable for you, that will take you to from one level to another level, is when you get the better understanding of what you've been taught. And that is why we are encouraging you all to keep asking questions, listen attentively with the ear of understanding. Because when you understand it, it's okay for you to apply it and use wisdom and gain ideas, and so that you can lead perfectly. Okay, and will help me and you to be in the future. Learners bring solution to problems. We are all leaders, and leaders have to bring solution. They have to be solution oriented. The reason why you are gaining knowledge and improving yourself is to gain knowledge, is for you to solve somebody's problem, to solve the nation's problem, to solve the world's problem. That's why you are a leader. You are not just a leader as a title or position. You are a leader because you have been entrusted to lead, to solve problems, and also to inspire the team to work together and achieve the goals. So leaders discover new things, something that will change the horizon, something that will make it better, something that will make a change. That is why you keep learning. As a leader, we should occupy ourselves with positive and like-minded people. Surround yourself with people. That's why I keep on saying to you, encourage your friends, your family to join programs like this so that you will be reasoning together. It's one thing to come for the seminars and workshops. It's one thing to keep on going with what you've learned. So when you surround yourself with like-minded people like you, then you grow together, you shine together, and you also impart into other people's lives. So, as a leader's mind is a flexible mirror which I ought to adjust to see a better world and a better future. Just like I was saying it yesterday, that we cannot change people, we cannot change the world, but in your own capacity and your ability, you can do your own part. And how do you do your own part? Is when you develop yourself and you demonstrate what you've learned. And people can see through you. People can learn through you. People can become better through you. And that is why we say leaders influences others. Leader influences others. So especially when you are leading a team. Knowledge is powerful. I need to keep learning. The same thing happens to you. I need to be a selective listener. It's to select what I listen to, what I'm watching, and what I'm reading. I need to read books, reasonable books that will enhance your leadership skills. So these are the things. You need to fill your storehouse. Like I always say, your mindset is your storehouse of the informations gathering. So while you are gathering your information through listening, watching, reading, observing, then you are storing the information into your mindset. And that is how your mindset will now take the information and lead you to perform well. So mindset is everything. And I will keep on saying that because we can waste all of our times if we are not changing our mindset. If we are not changing our renewing our mindset. So the state of mind of every individual, including myself and you, the personalities, the governments, the leaders, the influencers, the philanthropists, is needed to change our belief system. Is that state of mind is needed to change our belief system. Our belief system dictates, as a leader, how we operate, how we perform, how we behave, how we relate with others, how we become who we are today, and lead and manage others. Our belief system also dictates how we perceive the situation that we find ourselves, how you see the problems that you want to solve, how you envision the goals that you have set that you want to achieve, how you treat other people and even treat yourself. Are you developing yourself? Are you learning every day? Are you aiming to do better? Because these are the states of our mindset, and it's also our belief system. How we also manage the resources available to us is also part of the information we have stored in our mindset. Remember, I also said leadership formula: event plus response is equal to overcome or result. Why? Everything around you, every situation, every problem that needs solution, they are all under the event. When you are employed as a manager, you are there to solve a problem, and you are there to lead the team to achieve the goals. So these are the things that are surrounded with the event. But how you now manage it, manage people, manage the resources, bring ideas, accommodate your team members, listen to them, gain from them, and they gain from you. Share the opinions together to achieve these goals is what we call respond. That is why we are all leaders, and we can develop the leadership in us. And that will lead us to overcome the challenges that the company, the organization is facing, or the individuals are facing. For leaders to lead, direct, and manage people, we need to know how to relate with them. So if you don't have any idea or knowledge of relationship, building relationship, maintaining relationship, please visit www.YYCIinternational.com, and we can get you as much of information. And also visit and subscribe to YYCI TV YYCI.tv, and you will see a lots of videos that will guide you through with building relationship, maintaining relationship, and also keep relationship. Because as a leader, you need to build that skills up as well. Let's move on. Become a visionary of something and gather your strong team to work with you. That is why you are a leader. If you don't have a vision, how do you want to lead people? If you don't have dreams or ideas, or you don't have a goals that you've set, what are you going to use? What strategies are you going to use? Henry Mitchberg described critical management mindset as managing oneself. That's reflective mindset. That's the kind of mindset you need to have to manage oneself. Managing organization is analytical mindset. So that means you need to have the mindset of analysis. Because if you want to manage the organization, you need to know the pros and cons. You need to know the SWOT analysis and all that things. You need to, work together as a team and gain information on analysis. Because like I said, in your own personal development, you can use the SWOT analysis, same things in your organization. So you need to know the strength of your organization and the weakness of your organization, and also the opportunities that can be available. You also need to know the threats, because from there you will know how you yourself can build your team and achieve the goals and rise above the competitors. Then you need to have, when it comes to managing context, that is worldly mindset. Managing relationship, we're thinking about partnering, collaborating, networking together, connecting with one another, because no one can do it alone. A tree cannot be a forest. Then managing change, action. So that is why you need to take actions after this diploma degree. You need to make sure that whatever you've learned during this time, you are putting it in action. You are taking action. You are implementing and applying it to your life, to your leadership. Because if you come to the conference like this, or this workshop like this, and you don't have you are not ready. You are not ready to take action. It's a waste of time. Because the only way to get better is when you take action, when you apply what you've learned as a leader. I will not go through this again, because I think you heard me say, but I missed something out yesterday, and thank you for everyone that has really, it shows me that you are listening attentively. So I really appreciate that. I missed out the D yesterday. So the D can be developing people, discipline yourself, dedicate to what you are doing and be committed, and then determine that no matter the strategies, no matter the complication of that matter, you can still overcome it. No matter the challenges, you can still overcome it. No matter the obstacles, you can still rise above it and see opportunities instead of obstacles. So there is this article written by Brett Davison that I have read, and I want to borrow to share this morning with you, to see the practicality of executing excellence with our strength and our skills. If you still struggle with knowing your strength and your skills, you need to contact Dr. Lonsington that can guide you through, or myself. Okay. So about Brett Davison that I'm going to share his article on this. His motto is advise better, live better, and practice what you preach. Okay, so execution excellence. The 5 Keys Disciplines by Brett Davison. You may have the greatest ideas in the world, but if they are not well executed, you are going nowhere. It's just like what I've been saying. If you are not taking action of what you've read, it's of no time, it's of waste of time. Great firms, executives, and great business owners know how to get stuff done. And I want to believe you are one of them. So, but there are execution excellence that can be achieved in 5 key disciplines. I'm sure by the time I relate this to you today, you could have remembered 1 or 2 things I've been saying to you since Monday. So this is just another opinion of another person that I want to share with you so that you know that we are not the only one that has that knowledge. You can also borrow knowledge from others. And I'm also a reader, a learner. So I gain knowledge from others. And that makes us to keep learning and keep researching. So let's go through what it says. The number 1 is setting a clear team vision. Setting a clear team vision. Firstly, permit me to quickly stop this and check something out. Oh, yes, it's okay. Yeah, because I wasn't too sure if I'm recording. Right, so number 1 is setting a clear team vision. Let me read what it says. Setting a clear team vision. Okay, setting a clear vision requires the owners to do their think work. If you have an organization, it all has to down with you. The owner, the founder of any organization must have a clear vision. If you don't have a clear vision, your followers or your workers or even the manager you are employing will not be able to deliver accordingly to your own expectation. And that is the reason why you need to set a clear vision. That is why you are a leader. So set a clear vision requires the owners to do their think work. If you don't know where you want your business to go, how can you expect your team to have any chance of helping you get there? In the absence of a clear vision from leadership, your team will either do their best in whatever way they think is helpful, which may not always be the case. And another way around, some of them might run their own agenda against your own vision, which may be subtly or sometimes not so subtly at the odds with your own agenda. You need to spend time agreeing a clear vision for the future, then communicating regularly with your team to ensure everyone is on board with that vision. So if you yourself don't understand what you want to do, how do you want to lead the team? And if you understand what you want to do, how do you communicate your vision of the way to go and what your business is stand for? How do you communicate it to your members of your team or those that want to work with you? This doesn't mean telling your team once, so you need to be regularly enlightening them with the vision. And that is why mission statements, visions, and needs to be written down and be placed somewhere important for workers, your leaders, your managers, your employers, and your employees can see and read regularly, because that will remind them what you stand for. That will remind them of your standard That will remind them of your policy. That will remind them of other things. That will remind them of the end result you want to go for or you want to achieve. It means regular and frequent communication through formal and informal communication structure, including team meeting, one-to-one staff review, or simply having a chat over a cup of tea. The second one is quality regular meetings. Quality and regular are the two key words here. Poorly run meetings ensure people will find reasons not to attend. So you need to prepare your meeting for a focus. You need to prepare your meeting for something that is very important that you want to achieve on. So your meeting must be valuable. Your meeting must be, it must be, the result have to come out in a pleasant way. So that you will gain, they will gain from that meeting. You don't want to gather them together, waste their time and waste your own time. So we need to run the meeting having in mind of our goals, our objectives, and our visions and our missions. Meetings where people discuss and debate, but never seems to agree on action for resolution. And meetings that start late or run over will eventually be scrapped because they are a waste of everyone's time. Here's 3 useful tips for making your own meeting for your organization or for your team. Holding them weekly to ensure regular communication for the leadership team. Starting and finishing on time. Very important. Focusing on solving issues. So your meeting should be solution-oriented. By all means, discuss issues, but then move on to solve them, or at least taking the next step to solve the problems. By meeting each week to solve issues, you will ensure the business moves forward. Be sure to communicate outward after the leadership team meeting so the rest of the team are clear on your agenda for that week's efforts. That is where something I call order. If you're meeting, you have to place it. That is where you will have your rules and regulations for that meeting or protocol, so that people will know their boundary. People will know what to do. People will know when to talk and not to talk. Some meetings, they can allow people to ask questions why the meeting is going on, or some people will prefer all the questions to be at the end of the matter, of the agenda. They measure what matters. At the weekly meeting, create a list of between 5 to 15 metrics to make sure whether the business is on track or off track. Firms often have load of management information, MI, but it rarely provides any insight that can be used to run the business more effectively. I won't say more on that because we need to move on. Assemble the right team. Very important. Because not everybody has the same ideas, not everybody has the same vision with you, not everybody has the same agenda. So you need to be careful of who you are bringing to the table. Having people in the right role improves execution excellence. The right people that will come and talk on the table, that can bring their ideas and solutions to the table. The right people in the right role means people who are able to do it better than you can. So you need to assess people. For example, with Y.Y.C.I International, before you can join us, before you can even speak on our platform, or involved in our activities. We ask for your profile, your bill, and your CV. We ask for your picture. We also interrogate, or no, not interrogate, we interview you. You might not see it as an interview. I can only say, oh, let's chat. So when we chat together, then I will know who I'm talking to. That is how you will know the person, if the person is genuine or not. That's how you will know the person's standard. That's how you will know what it will bring to the table, what is going to share with us. Because as a leader, you need to protect yourself and protect your member of your team. So you don't want to bring anybody that will just come and pollute their mind, or talking unnecessary, or given fake information. So if that is not the case, work end up bouncing back to you. Or even worse, you are reluctant to delegate because it is easier to do it yourself. Then you will kill yourself. As a leader, you need to know how to delegate. And that is why once you know the skills and the strength of your members, then you will know what you can delegate for each others. You can give them work to do, tasks to carry on. So it is very, very important. Ensure you invest time and energy in getting the right team in place. If HR, human resources, is not part of your skill net, hire an external HR advisor to guide you in the right direction. Or outsource. You can outsource your manpower out. Because some people specialize in that. Some people specialize on that. That's why you have agents. So they assess these people, they assess them, and they can recommend those people that can work with you effectively. So you don't have to do it all along. Then the fifth one, create accountability. If you don't have the right team in place, trying to create accountability will not only be a waste of time, but hugely draining on your time and energy. Oh yes, then you end up doing everything. And remember, health is wealth. It's not about you doing everything, but it's about you taking care of yourself and enjoy what you are doing. And we have millions of people that are jobless, millions of people that are looking for job everywhere. They've been trained, they've been educated, they've gone through university, colleges, they have degrees, they have MBAs, but no job. But here you are suffering yourself, struggling to do everything in your organization. So that is more reason why you need to have the right people in place and create accountability. So you need to get the previous steps right. That means the right team. Before you can focus on this one, once the team is in place, accountability is everything in your organization, and even in the organization you worked for, and even in your leadership. Everyone in business needs to know that their key accountabilities are. You've been amazed at how few firms have ever done this exercise in writing. They avoid it because it can be a difficult job to do the first time. But when you keep doing it, it's a risk that you take at the first time. But when you keep doing it, then you get better. It's very important that not doing it creates a very fuzzy organizational and accountability structure, with everyone assuming that everyone else knows what their role is. No, that is where we have job specification, job description. So you need to be reminding them of what they need to do. You need to be reminding them their responsibility. because sometimes we can be carried away and break focus. And when focus is broken, you know what will happen. When we miss the track, you know what happened. Okay, so let's move on now. So I want to seize this opportunity to express my gratitude to Brent Davison for sharing his own thoughts. How is your execution capability is a question. In conclusion, if you are not making the progress you would like as a leader, as a manager, or are feeling frustrated with people on your team, walking through this list that I have just mentioned to you, the 5 keys, is a good starting point. You can start all over again to identify areas for improvement. So which are the 3 keys of execution excellence? Permit me for my pronunciation. I'm trying. 3 keys to consistent execution excellence are goals. You need to set a goals because that will be the pathway. That will be the blueprint. That will be the mapping of what you are working on. So if you set the goals that you want to achieve, for, let's say long-term or short-term or within a few months, you set the goals, you've already know what you want to do, the solution. Now you need to set a goals and objective that will help you to achieve what you want to achieve. Then the next one, like I've said for the past few minutes, the roles. You need to know how to give people responsibility, appoint them, delegate work for them. Then the third one is habits, our lifestyle, the way we want to really perform. And if you have been building yourself up, you will perform well. Your attitude towards it, your attitude, your character, your habits, your lifestyle, and the actions you are taking towards fulfilling that goals matters for you and also for your team. These are the what, the who, and how of getting things done. We are still talking about your team and yourself, your ability, your capability of getting the work done. To get ready, you need to know what you want to achieve right from the beginning. What do you want to achieve? You form this team, you form this organization, you form this group, this club. So what do you want to get done? What do you want to achieve? So, and you need to know it. You need to also share it to your member so that they will know where they are going with you. They will know what to do, how passionate they need to put into what they are doing and to enjoy what they are doing. Okay, so how can we be an effective? How can I be effective in execution? Here are a few strategies to boost your execution ability and, more importantly, add value to your role as a leader, as a manager, or as a key person leading the team. 4 ways to strengthen your execution ability. Set clear plans of action. You've set a goal already. Now you need to set the plan for action. What individuals are going to do. You set it. You also, on your set plan, you have a deadline time so that they will know that they need to meet up the deadline. Establish deadline. That's another one. Manage your time effectively. You need to manage the time to carry out that job, to achieve that goals, and then be accountable. Okay. Execution skills are the ability required to perform a certain task or complete a company's goals. These skills usually involve organization, motivation, time management. Many managers or other leaders may use these skills to complete their duties and manage the team well. Very important. So, what are the 4 disciplines of execution excellence? Focus on the widely important. Focus on what is important. Act on lead mention. Keep a compelling scoreboard. Create a cadence of academic accountability. Leaders can produce breakthrough results even when executing the strategy requires a significant change in behavior from their team. Very important, how we behave, how we react, our attitude towards what we are doing, towards others in the team. What is the summary of execution excellence? It's about executing better and better than your competitors. Remember, you can see that I'm doing very well with this execution. We are all learning. It's about executing bigger and better than your competitors. It makes you rise above that because you are using your unique selling point. Execution excellence plays an unforgiving role in ultimate success for an organization. The question is, how can you get yourself and your team member do this consistently? Is the question. It's good to start off, but how do we do it consistently? Because the more you do it, the more you get better. The more you do it, the more you are familiar with it. And everything you are doing is excellent. All leaders realize the value of execution is very, very crucial. So what is an example of excellence? Excellent examples: integrity. Integrity is defined as a deep adherence to ethical and moral principles. The second one is determination. Determination is a restless pursuit towards one's goal despite obstacles. You don't give up, you don't lose hope, and you don't quit. You are the driver of the motion. You are the leader. How you feel is how you feel will reflect your team members. And you have to determine, no matter the obstacles, no matter the challenges, you keep moving on. That makes you a leader. It keeps leading the dream and leading the team. They look up to you. Resilience. Resilience refers to the ability to bounce back from setbacks and to continue moving on. Yes, because we can make mistakes, because we can fail, because we can fall, but we can rise up and keep going. We don't stay where we are. We are not afraid to move forward. We take risks and we move forward. You don't stay there forever. You are not afraid to move on. So that is what makes you, because when you make mistakes, you have to learn from those mistakes. And then you correct the mistakes. And then you move on. Okay. So how can you build a strong execution and result focus within your team? How? How to do that is create detailed plan, like I said. Develop a practical, that is reality, step-by-step plan that you can implement with your team. Create realistic, I said it, realistic and ambitious goals. Provide lots of feedbacks. You need to be giving them feedbacks to encourage them. When you give them critical feedbacks, They'll be able to work on what it needs to be improved. Resolve conflicts among yourself. Because sometimes we are all different, coming from a different background. My own opinion is different from others. How I think is different from the way others think. And we have to work together as a team, tolerating one another, and find a way of resolving our conflicts. Because when the mind is joined together, the far we can go. When the mind is being joined together, we can perform well. When the mind is being joined together, we can move forward, develop and share resources. There's some resources that you can develop yourself. There are some resources that you can look for to add to what you're doing and to enhance your performances. Right. Now the question is, why do we struggle with executing? It's a phenomenon where smart and talented individuals struggle to translate their ideas into tangible results. It is phenomenal. This gap can be due to a variety of factors, of which I have time to share those factors with you, such as lack of motivation, poor time management skills, procrastination, an inability to prioritize and focus on what is important. These are very key points that makes us to struggle to execute properly in our team and even in the organization. I wish I could elaborate it more, but there is no much time. But let me repeat it again. Lack of motivation. When people are lack of motivation, they can't perform well. When they are discouraged or they are distressed or they are tired, they can't move on, they can't perform well. So you need to motivate them. Remember my mindset acronym. M stands for mentor, motivate, monitor, mentor. So you motivate them and carry on, pressing forward. Poor time management. If you don't set your time, especially the deadline, sometimes you might miss it out. Everything, there's a time for everything. So when you want to carry out a particular setup, meet up or achieve a particular goals, you need to look at the time management. Procrastination. Oh yes, we will do it tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. You keep procrastinating instead of you to just do it. Break free from it. Do it. Because when you keep procrastinating, you will end up not doing it. Then inability to prioritize. You need to prioritize what you are doing. Some are very important for you to do it urgent. Some of them you still need to do it later. So, but you need to know what is important first. You control it. Your task work, the workload, your task that has been assigned to you. Which one is more important? Which one is more urgent? And then you focus on what is important. Focus on what is important. So how can you consider yourself again as a leader? Remember, all the things we are doing is based on one thing: our action, our attitude. How bold are we? Our confidence and brave to carry on and lead the people. For leaders is to lead, direct, and manage people. We need to know how to relate with them. That skills is very important for you to develop. Okay, we are still on this topic of assessment of your own leadership style. And we've been talking about understanding how you can use your own strength to lead the people in the team, how to network with people, and how to relate. All these ones we've been discussing, because if you can perform well, that will influence and attract the stakeholders and even your team and individual. That will influence, that will motivate, that will inspire them to want to do more. Let me ask this question again. I'm asking it for myself. I want you to ask it. It's a simple question. Do I think I can become a strong, impactful, and influential leader and do more than what I'm doing now? Oh, yes. To me, I think I can. What about you? Can you? Because that is why you are here, to improve yourself, to get yourself better and lead. Do I want to help myself to develop persistent and winning attitude to pursue my purpose, my passion, and life goals as a leader? Oh, yes. Because when you have a team and you are leading that team, these are the things that you need to be doing to develop your persistence, develop your listening skills, develop your communication skills, so that you can lead effectively. Do I want to develop the mindset of a leader? Oh my God, yes. You need to. I need to. Because if whatever is in your mind dictates your action, the state of your mind dictates your action, your attitude, your character, your perspective, how you will add to value to others, how you will respect others, and even respect yourself. So likewise, I need to know that as a leader, we deserve happiness. We deserve to be happy and be successful and be healthy and build a healthy relationship with ourselves, with others, and even those in our team. If you can do it better, others will do it better. If you can make yourself change yourself, others will be influenced with your change. And then you have a peaceful and stress-free life. But I have to change my mindset. That is why you see a lot of people being frustrated in what they are doing as a leader, because they are not developing themselves and they are not applying what they've learned. Mindset, or the state of mind of every individual, personality, government, influential, philanthropist, is needed to change our belief system. So that is why I keep saying mindset is very, very important in developing your leadership. A wise man once said that the mind plays a very important role in the lives of an individual. The mind is what makes up a man. It determines his view about life, how he lives his life, how he treats others around him, those in his team, in his organization, those he is leading, and the decision he takes concerning life, concerning his progress, concerning the progress of the organization, the team, they are achieving the goals he gives out to the society. In clear terms, the mind is the epicenter that determines every activities and actions a man takes. And that is why we are here. And that is why my passion is about engaging the minds of people, helping them to change their mindset. Everything going on in this world is based on what is in the minds of everyone. Everyone fighting, struggling, developing hatred. They all started from the mind. He said, as the man thinks, so is he. The way we speak to people, we post rubbish things on social media, we put people down, we criticize them. It all starts from the mind. So out of the abundance of heart, as the scripture says, out of the abundance of heart, the mouth speaks. If you treat others properly, they will feel comfortable around you. They will want to work with you. You will have a team spirit, and they will work with you successfully. And when we work out together, then you can perform well and achieve that goal that you have set. and they will run with you and help you and contributed to the growth of the vision that you had. It's about how we treat people, that people will treat us. So if you want to be if you want to executive your strength, this is the way to do it. If you want to manifest your power, this is how to do it. You want to have a great team that will achieve goals, that will run with your vision. Develop yourself. When you change your attitude, when you change your lifestyle, your leadership style, and get right people to work with you, surround yourself with like-minded people, then you will see how effective you will be in the society and even in the organization. When you change, everything around you will change. Even people will change too, because you are a great influencer. And what you see also matters. The state of your mindset will determine what you see. Some people will say, oh my God, it's a big problem. Some people will say, oh yes, we accept it. It's the fact that that problem is big, but we can overcome it. We can deal with it. We can deal with that challenges. We can overcome it. We can see opportunities as well. We can develop skills that will make us to overcome every challenges we are facing. Okay, so like I've said, wisdom is the principal thing. And in all our getting, we get understanding. Better understanding of life will lead you and me to become a better and quality person and perform well in the society. So how do we improve our mindset then? If we are saying that mindset is everything, if we are saying that without checking out our mind, guiding our mind, if we say that that is the most important thing in life to everything we are studying today, then we need to improve that mindset and become a better person, leader of the team, master, managers, executives. Define your own success. What do you want in life? What do you want to become? What do you want to achieve? What do you want people to celebrate you with? Find your uniqueness. That's where you will assess yourself, your weakness, your strength, the threat, and the opportunity. Find your uniqueness. You need to stand out from that crowd and distinguish yourself. Like I said, if you go to the market and you want to sell, you have so many people in the market selling one thing or the other. But your unique system, your unique selling point will make you distinguished. We make you stand out. We attract the customers. As I'm a customer, I might come to the market. I'm looking for something, and I have about 10 people selling the same thing. What I'll be looking at is your uniqueness. How are you selling? How are you communicating? How are you welcoming people? What is coming out of your mind? What is your product? How good it is? How quality it is? So these are the things I'll be looking at. And I believe many people will do that. The same thing happens to working as a team and being a team leader. How are you leading them? How are you motivating them? How are you treating them? Have you made your vision clearer to them to understand? Have you set your goals, your policies, and your procedures, your protocols? Have you set it up so that they can know their boundary? Have you set up the time scales so that they will know that there's a particular time that they need to finish up or carry out the task? How are you communicating with them? Can they understand you? Are they listening to you? Did they know what you've meant? Did you give room for them to share their own opinion? Or you just want to dictate? Are you encouraging them, encouraging their ideas? Are you working together as a team, having a team spirit? So focus on improving your language. How are you speaking to them? Do you just speak to them or talk them down, treating them as if they are nobody? Or do you elevate and inspire them to let them know that they are great and their ideas are great? Do you motivate them? Do you honor and celebrate them? Then you yourself surround yourself with positive and like-minded people. It's you have the power. You can control where you want to be, whom you want to hang around with. And you must read and learn new things, new skills. Keep upgrading. Don't just sit on one skills. Learn many skills. I learned so many skills so that I can adapt to change, so that I can be flexible, so that I can be approachable, so that I can do the job perfectly. Then focus on your health, because health is wealth. And you need to take care of yourself. Because if you are feeling better, doing better, feel happy, then you can perform well. And when you perform well, your team members will do the same because you are the drive. Okay, that is where I'm going to stop today. We are not going to go any further, but let me just quickly round up with this. Mastering your mind for challenges, because challenges will come. You will meet difficult people. In fact, difficult people will be in your team. How do you manage them? How do you undo them? It's very important. So mastering your mind for challenges is one of the greatest life challenge of all in those people you are working with. How do you manage them? Your mind controls your perspective. So if you see them in their own weakness point, you cannot embrace them. But you need to see beyond that. That despite, because you don't know why they are behaving the way they are behaving. But if you move closer to them and listen to them attentively, you will know. And you will know how you can help them. Be the leader that is show empathy. Be the leader that is being human and being the leader that is humble. It involves how you receive and process your interactions with the world around you. Unlike other things, you can claim mastering over after a finite amount of time. The mind can take a lifetime to master it. Leaders see challenges as an opportunity, and that is why you'll be there as a leader to motivate and inspire the members of your team, to let them know that yes, there is a problem, there is challenges, but let's find solution. Let's find opportunity to learn other skills to carry out and achieve our goals. You can motivate them, you can encourage them. So what does a challenge mean? It could be difficulties, tough, demanding, rigorous, hard, complicated, and others like that. Testing, trials, tribulations, adversities, obstacles. Name them all. They are all challenges. But one thing is clear. No circumstances or no condition is permanent. It's just a phase. It's there for a purpose, for you to be stronger, to be wiser, and to be better. Never allow external things or places, people, or circumstances to determine how much you worth and even your member of your team. Always stay positive. People will come with their ideas, with their opinions. You don't know the state of their mind when they start criticizing you, but don't shy away from it. Use it as a turning point. Use it as a stepping stone, a stepping up. Use it as a learning curve. The life you are meant to create and the person you were born to be are unique. You are unique right from when you are created. And since your path in life is different from everybody else, there is no need to compare. There's no need to compete. And there's no need to copy. Be the best version of yourself as a leader and do the same thing to your team members or your followers. Be happy for who you are and shine your light because you are the light of the world. Enjoy your life and be impactful, resourceful, and meaningful to yourself and to your community and society. That's the way to go. When you have all these things in your mind and you are going and applying all this training, you will be a better person and you will be able to help others to become the better and the best of their version. Above all, love your God with all of your heart. Love yourself and love others. Be kind. Stay positive. Always stay healthy with natural resources that God, the universe, has blessed you with. Eat, sleep well, and speak well. Because how you treat yourself is how you will lead others. If you are something else, others will be struggling around you. So, reason why our leaders fail once again, our leaders and even the members, the leader of the team, because they refuse to take responsibility for any of the challenges and the organization is facing. They shy away from it. They're afraid to step up. They're afraid to take risks. They're looking for blaming others, throwing blames, then abusing the privileges of being a leader. You are there for a purpose. Yes, you might have degree, you might have all the education, but you are there for a purpose. You are there to lead others. And don't forget that others also can become a leader one day. So be humble and also be friendly. The abusers of power, they abuse power. That's why they fail. They think they own it all, but they've forgotten that God of the universe is above every one of us. Poor communication, very important as a leader, as a team leader. You need to build your communication skills. There are so many books, so many videos and audios. Avail yourself with all this and develop your communication skills. When you develop it and you open your mouth, when you say it clearly for others to understand, they will come back to learn more from you. Blind to current situation, some people can deny that there is no problem. They can deny it. They can shy away from it. But then if you associate yourself and recognize that problem, you will be able to solve it. Poor self-management. How are you managing your time? How are you managing your emotions? How are you managing people? How are you managing your time, your emotions, your money, your resources? It matters. Because if you cannot manage your own finances, tell me, how do you want to manage the finances of your organization? When leaders set the wrong example and others are following the wrong example, but you can stand out to be a great leader and lay good example. Why? You are the role model. You are the light. You are the mirror. You are the driver. So set good example. Okay. So everything in life requires hard work. We can go all along, discussing about this, talking about all these skills, all these topics. But everything in life requires hard working. Are you ready to work hard so that you can execute effectively? Dedication. Are you ready to dedicate your time, your life for what you belong to, or the appointment or the position you find yourself? Are you ready to be committed and not just being there like a show? Are you ready to sacrifice your time like we are all sacrificing our time here, listening to one another, sharing, and also learning? Are we ready to invest? No matter how situation is tough, you can still invest your money, your time, your data to get it better, to get yourself better for tomorrow. Are you ready to be honest and be integrity? And also, above all, how gratitude are you? Because we need to be grateful for any situation we find ourselves. We need to be grateful to God who created the heaven and the earth, who placed us where we are, who gave us opportunity, who gave us second chance to live and to shine and to enjoy lives. Are you also grateful to those people that involved in your development, that involved in your progress, that is working for you to make sure that vision, you achieve that vision? Are you grateful to those that are blessing you, that are giving you opportunity? Like, I'm grateful for where I am today. I am grateful for what I'm doing right now. I am grateful to Dr. Lonson Tom giving me the opportunity to share. Are you grateful for what people are doing to you or doing for you? Are you grateful for yourself as well? Because it's very important that we all are grateful to everything that surrounds us and what is doing in our life, what you are doing and what is going on in our lives. So this is your time to achieve, not tomorrow, it's today. If you want to become a great leader, an effective manager, this is your time to become, to give birth to a great things, to greatness, to receive, to perform well in whatever you are doing, and to celebrate yourself, celebrate others. And yes, you can. Elizabeth Lucas. So on this note, I'm not going to continue. I just want to express my gratitude to all my listeners, my learners, my scholars, my great friends for listening to me today as I share my inspirational nugget of wisdom, and also to thank Dr. Lonson for giving me the opportunity to learn. To learn and also to share. I believe that you have questions for me. I'm ready for you all. Questions, please.
Wow. Thank you, Prof, for wonderful what you have shared with us this morning. I was sitting down to hear. Wow. What I want to ask about and also contribute about communication, time management. Sorry, time management. And it is, we Black people. I don't know. Black people in general, our time is so poor. And they say time is money, but I don't know whether that's caused our problems. Because even here, England here, anytime you go to church, any occasional people that will come late are Black people. When I'm there, I see those things, I feel bad because I went to church, I visited someone church in Birmingham.
Okay, let me just, because of time, I think your question is about time management.
Yes.
Okay, right. What we can say about that, we start from your discipline status. If you can discipline yourself that your 10 o'clock is 10 o'clock, because it's just going to start from individual. Like me, for example, Maybe because of where I am, because time is very costly here in UK. If you want to go somewhere, you miss the train, that is it. You have to wait for probably another 30 minutes before you get another train. If I remember when I first came to this country and I need to go for my GP, go to see the doctor in the clinic, I was there for maybe 3 minutes late. 3 minutes late. And guess what they said to me? You are late already. So we have to rebook the appointment. And what pains me most is that what I have come to see the doctor for is very urgent. But when they now want to reschedule that time for me, I have to come back I have to come back 2 weeks after. So it costs me a lot because what I could have done at that time, I missed it. And I have to wait for another 2 weeks for me to be able to see the doctor. So that is how important time is. That's number one. Number two as well, when it comes to time, for example, you have a meeting, you've already planned your agenda, how your meeting is going to be for that day. So let's say the meeting is 10 o'clock and probably you are the organizer of that meeting. So because you are late, every other person's, you've made them to be late. They might be waiting for you, but they cannot start the meeting because they are waiting. So with that one as well, you've wasted a little time of yours and also theirs. And guess what? By the time you realize it, that because of your lateness, you cannot meet up with the agenda, or sometimes you might rush what is supposed to be done in a very calm way. That is another disadvantages of time. Time also, it makes you to feel relaxed. When you do things at the last minute, have you noticed? Your heart will be pumping. Boom, 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 boom. Why? Because you've placed yourself in that situation of stress. You've placed yourself in the situation of panicking. So that is why time is and if you don't discipline your time or yourself towards time, you will reflect it or influence the same thing to others. Like I made mention, you have a team, you have a meeting. The meeting is 10 o'clock. You are dragging your feet to the place at 10:15 or 10:20. How will you feel? How do you want your members or your team members to feel? You are also the speaker. They've been waiting for you for the past 10 minutes for you to come and speak. You wasted their time. Maybe some of them need to go for another meeting, but you've wasted their time because you are dragging your foot. Time is very important. When you are carrying out your agenda, let's say you set up a goal to achieve one particular vision, you set up your time. If you don't meet those time, it has a way of deputizing, it has a way of affecting your performance. It has a way of affecting your reputation. It has a way of affecting what you stand for. So time management is very important. When you set up the time, always have it at the back of your mind that you need to meet up those time at the right time. Time management is very important, but my brother, I will tell you today, it's about discipline. If you can discipline yourself, then you can meet up the time. And always know this, that time wasting is gold wasting. If you waste people's time, you are wasting their gold. You are wasting everything about them. So we need to be conscious of that time if we want to be as successful. Guess what again? When they know, it's just like what you have said. I don't want to mention either black because it also happens amongst some white as well. So it's not only for one color, it's everybody. You have a meeting, you go for this meeting. They didn't start the meeting till maybe about 10 to 20 minutes. What's the point of that? Of waiting when you can be doing something else? It's all down to our discipline time. So when we can discipline ourselves, change the scenario, make ourselves a change, make it different, it will impact into other people's life. I went to one wedding the other day. I waited for almost 1 hour before they could even start the church wedding. That's not good enough. But then it all depends. And you know what happened? When they see that the leader is a latecomer, guess what is going to happen to the members? They will also be late. But if you break it to say, I'm going to make a difference. My 10 o'clock is 10 o'clock. I'm going to start 10 o'clock. You will see that they don't want to miss out anything. So they will join early. They will join early. That is why I appreciate those people joining this platform before 10 o'clock. Yes, we want to start 10 o'clock. We've already opened the Zoom at 9:45. So that we can all sit down together, relaxing, chatting, networking. And there's no time to be wasted. Every time has a unique point in it. You can do great things within a short period, only if you plan your time. There are a lot of books and tapes and audios that you can watch, you can read to develop your time management. Thank you. Any questions? Okay, there is an information for you. I believe that Dr. Lonsintom will elaborate that. I think it's about you joining the WhatsApp if you are new to us on this platform. So let me try to see the faces of all our great leaders. Oh my God, Ambassador Agnes, you are here. Thank you for joining us today. Ambassador
Thank you to
Jacob.
be online. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you. The message was awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I felt like he was talking directly to me today.
I'm also talking to myself because we are all learning. Okay? Ambassador Emmanuel, you need to check your connection. We can't hear you, and it's also making a lot of noise.
Okay, I'm thinking maybe it's the earpiece I'm using. Wow, today's class is quite interesting. I mean, I'm just reflecting back to my office where I work, managing a lot of people who are so reluctant when it comes to time, or maybe when it comes to executing their job roles and all of that.
Clearly. Can you make it clearly, please?
Okay, can you hear me now?
We can hear you, but we can still hear the noise.
Okay.
Maybe you have to take your earpiece, and use your phone because
I've taken it off. It off.
Yeah, that's fine.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay. I was just here while over the whole lesson, the whole session today. Like I was saying, I was just reflecting directly to my office where you have to manage some persons that are so reluctant when it comes to time, and also when it comes to their jobs roles and job descriptions. So I truly wish all of them will join into this meeting so that they can understand better that it's not just about me who happens to be the leader.
But did you invite them?
Yes, I'm going to send the link to them for next session. Yes.
So there is nothing like wish. You need to
Yes,
take action. If you want them to be here, you invite them.
definitely.
Okay?
I will do that.
All right.
I will do that. Yes, ma'am. I just want to appreciate you. You're doing
Thank you
wonderfully
so
well.
much. Thank you
Yes,
so much. Thank
yes,
you.
ma'am.
Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm waiting for others to respond back to me. Remember, I'm not a radio that doesn't have a response. So we need to chat together. Calling Obey. I can see you. Want to ask question or comment? Calling Obey. Okay, let's move on. We have Sister Comfort, thank you for joining us today. Can I hear from you? Any question? Comfort Freddy? Ambassador Stephen Temitope Davison, you are welcome, sir, from Zambia.
Thank you, ma.
Okay, yes. So let me hear from you. Talk to me.
So sorry, I was in a meeting today, so I joined late. But all the same, I'm going to listen to the recorded video and I'll do the needful. Thank you so much for the impact.
Were you the one that told me yesterday or the day before yesterday that you were in the meeting?
Yeah,
You're always in the meeting. Great leader. Well done. We appreciate your time. So please watch the video later. Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank
Yes.
you.
So thank you for joining. We appreciate you. Thank you. Engineer Wilfred, sir, talk to me, sir. Engineer Wilfred Okelezo. I know you are on the platform. Ambassador Stephen Temitope Davison.
Yeah, thank you, Mom. It's really a blessed day. Every seconds, every minute of your teachings, they are very helpful in every aspect of life. That's why I used to follow all your teachings. Once in a time, sit down, listen to it. It's very impactful. Keep it on, Mom. God bless you. And we are going to be following you everywhere you are so that we can be imparted with all your words.
Okay.
Thank you, ma.
Do you have any question for me, please?
The question that we need to ask is about there are some people, as you said, time management. Although the leader can be keeping time, for example, as a pastor in a church, or you are organizing a conference and the pastor is already there, the members are not there, are not forthcoming. So like yesterday, what you said, we need to teach them about their mindset. So those are the things that people are facing. Time management is not. So what can we do about that? Because you see them coming after 10 minutes, after 30 minutes. Some people are even coming after just 5 minutes to round off. So what can we do? What can we talk? How can we change their mindset?
Okay.
Thank you, ma.
Okay, thank you so much for that question. I mean, like, if you really listen, I mean, if you have grabbed it in what I've said right from the beginning, I said to ourselves that we need to, as a leader and somebody that want to executive, I said, as someone that want to be execution excellent, you need to set your standard of your organization and your team, or even the church. You need to set a standard. One thing I know in life, all things are possible, but you need to create that possibility. Yes, we all have a system, and that system of, all this lateness and other things. But we, as a Christian or as a leader, we can break that barrier. How can we break the barrier? You have a vision already. Then you have a goals, and you want to make sure, because part of your goals as a pastor is to make sure that people are disciplined, people are doing the right thing. And it has to start from the leader as well. You have a team. So, like I said right from the beginning, if you don't communicate what you expect from people, they will not know. So, number one, you need to communicate it to them to be coming early. Number two, you also need to encourage them. A lot of people are going through a lot in life, so you can't blame them from their lateness sometimes. So you need to encourage them. That is why I said, as a leader, you also need to be human. You need to be human. You need to show empathy. Because when you show empathy, they will know that you are not only just having a church or meeting or organization, you also appreciate them because they are also human. So number 4, then when you do all that, you also need to set your rules and regulations of your meeting and then encourage them to follow. How will you come in? Yes, like you said, you will say you are there waiting for them for 10 minutes, 30 minutes, or whatso before they come in. But you can do something for your organization or for your church to make it a different, to make a change, and to stand out. How do you do that? If your 10 o'clock is 10 o'clock, after you've communicated it to all of them, either they accept it or they don't accept it, you just said to them, one day is another day, and I'm going to change the scenario of my church or my organization. So you announce it to them ahead of time. It could be 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and let them know that 10 o'clock is the service. If it's only one person joining for that service, we will start 10 o'clock. That is how you make your stand. You first of all announce it to them. You understand? And encourage them. But then you set that barrier. I mean, you break that barrier. You tell them, yes, 10 o'clock is 10 o'clock. If it is only one person, and if it is only me, I will start off with singing and praying. So when people say that I've started the service, they will join. And if they like, come in, ending of the service, that's their own decision. You have to lay your example and make it different. When you start, for example, you start in January or February or something like that, these early years now. By the time you reach May, you will notice that you've influenced others with your own change. That's what we're talking about. You've influenced others to come to church early because they know that if they don't come early, they will miss out. That is the way to go about it. And I know that it is possible. Let me make my church an example. I've been in this church now for almost more than 30 years. The pastor of the church, my pastor, he broke the barrier. He trained us so that we can focus on that. So when it is 10 o'clock sharp, he's already trained the choirs, he's trained the leaders, he's trained every one of us. So it's now left to us to apply the training to ourselves. So when the time is 10 o'clock, for 30 years, we start church at 10 o'clock. And people that are late keep improving themselves to come in early. So that is why we are doing these trainings, so that you can apply it. It's up to them. Some people will say, well, pastor will not be there on time, so I will come when the pastor is. That is why pastor also need to emphasize it. When the service starts at 10 o'clock, the anointing there also is already there. God is there already. And your prayer will be answered already. Has been answered already. So it's a discipline. If you can discipline that and break the barrier, make that change, it will reflect with your member. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
And it is possible. And you can come to my church today here in UK, or even the same churches all over the world now, even in Africa. And I can guarantee you, I've been to Nigeria, I've been to the branch in Nigeria, I've been to other places, and it's still the same thing. 10 o'clock is 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock is 11 o'clock. Whether people are there or not, church starts at 10 o'clock. That is a sign of integrity as well. Be honest to yourself and be honest to the church. That is your stand. That is your policy. And you have to train them. You have to encourage them. You have to empower them. You have to inspire them to follow, to abide by that rules. And it is possible. Because if my pastor can do it, you can do it. If my church can do it for 30 years, the same time, and we finished, then your church and your organization can do it. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Any other question? You all went quiet now. Are you thinking? Reflecting to that question. Any other question? Yes, sir. Engineer Wilfred, we want to hear from you. Yes, sir. Speak to us. Yes, I'm calling you, Engineer Wilfred. You raise your hand up. Let's hear from you, sir. Engineer Wilfred Okelezo. Okay, can we hear from Colin Obeng, please? I can see all the people raising their hands up and we're calling them, they are not responding. Should I assume that it's because of the connection? Please. I'm actually waiting patiently. And if any other person, before I hand over to Dr. Lonson to also speak to us. Any other person? Yes, I can see your hands raised, but I'm calling you to speak. Engineer Wilfred and Collins. Okay, looks like the connection is the problem there.
He has
Okay.
still mute himself. I think maybe
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Any other person that wants to contribute or to speak? Okay. All right. Dr. Lonson Tom, are you here?
I'm very here.
Okay.
Your Excellency.
All right. So we want to hear from you.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency. In fact, I am blessed. Someone was saying here that it's like this. I think that should be our sister, Ambassador Agnes, that this lecture was for her. It's not for you alone. It's also for me. I am one of the reasons why this lecture is being brought up. But thank you so much, Your Excellency. We are so blessed to hear your voice, and we trust God that we will hear more from you because you are yet to unveil more to us on this particular subject. And quickly, before we call it off for the day, I want to appreciate each and every one of you that have joined this class today. In fact, this I think we did something on this particular subject yesterday night: execution excellence. I want you to I want you to know something here. It's not all about aspiring to become a leader, or maybe you are a leader, because I know all of us on this platform, we are leaders. There are more to it. Best practices for execution excellence. Number one, as a leader, please take note of this briefly because we don't want to go much time again. We still have class again in the night by 8 p.m. Nigerian time, 7 p.m. Ghanaian time, and Liberia, all the same UK. Number one, as a leader, be clear about what you are trying to achieve. Best practices for execution excellence. Be clear about what you are trying to achieve. Number two, as a leader, make sure you have the right people on your team. Always note that. Make sure you have the right people on your team. Because if you don't have the right people, I tell you the gospel truth, your organization will be dancing zigzag. Number three, make sure you have the right resources available. Four, ensure that everyone understands the role and the responsibilities. 5, have a plan for what will happen if something goes wrong. Always have plan B if something goes wrong. 6, create a communication plan that works for everyone involved. It's a long something but I want to cut it short there. I want you to join tonight's class whereby we are going to unveil more, but not on this particular subject that we have already received yesterday night and this morning. Quickly, I want to talk about our assignment. It is not all that encouraging. It is very, very obvious that you should go to farm without going with tools. What will be a sign that yes, of a truth that you attended a class like this? What will you show? If you don't at least respond back, let us know that yes, what the instructors are doing, they meet you as we are hearing testimony here. Mama, thank you. God bless you. You were actually talking to me. It's not all about that. There are more to it. Have you done your assignment? I can tell you that almost all the people on this platform, 1 or 2 are the only one that have done their assignment. So please, we encourage you. Try. It's not easy, but try. And lastly, I want to speak about your certification. Please, please, please do well to obtain your certificate. Do well to obtain your certificate. Make a plan to book for it so that you'll be able to have evidence to show tomorrow. God bless you. See you in the evening. Thank you.
Chris, we can't hear you.
I was looking at. Okay, so thank you so much, Dr. Lonsington. Thank you so much for your input. And also, I want to seize this opportunity to express my gratitude for giving me the opportunity to come and share. There is an information on the chat box. I believe everyone has seen that. Please click the link so that you can join the WhatsApp for continuation of this program, Leadership and Management Diploma Program. But I also want to emphasize once again, I believe that some of us have been to secondary school, primary school, colleges, and also university. And you can agree with me that whenever you go for lecture, after the lecture, the module, they always set up a test or an assignment for you to do or assessment. That is how important this assessment that Dr. Lonson is talking about. You need to answer those assessments. It's not only about acquiring knowledge, it's not only about acquiring the certificate, but when you do the assignment, it's a sign that you are comprehending what you've learned. And this diploma is not just a certificate of ordinary. It's a diploma equivalent to OND that you can use to seek for job. You can use it to create jobs. You can use it to create your own business. You can use it to connect and network with others. You can also use it to add it to your profile. Remember, remember when I said that anybody that wants to do anything with YYCI, they have to show me their profile, their bio, and also their CV. So this kind of diploma had credibility to you. So for you to want to earn it, it's not just you paying for it, but earning it by doing the assessment and pass it. So please This assessment is for all our scholars, our learners, our students, our mentees. So if you don't have the access to the first assessment, because there will be more assessment. So the first one, the deadline for the, like I was talking about the time management, the deadline was yesterday, 24th of January. But we've given you extra 1 day more, which is today. So before the lesson, before the next lecture this evening, please send your assessment to Dr. Lunston Tom or to me if you have my WhatsApp. But please send it to Dr. Lunston because he's the organizer of this event, this program. So tomorrow, I'm going to ask about this assignment again. 3 things I want you to do for me for tomorrow. It's a good time for me to prepare and also to sit down and lecture and also to inspire you. But please, the only thing I will need from you is 3 things. And I will appreciate it if you can do it. Number 1, I will love you to write a report of what you've learned today and post it on the WhatsApp group, because many people, unfortunately, because of the connectivity, they were not able to join the Zoom. And we don't want to be selfish of what we've learned. So when you write a report of what you've learned and post it on the WhatsApp group, they will also benefit from you sharing it. That's number 1. So we want volunteers to do that. Send the report on the chat box, and please do it before the next section this evening. The second one is, if you haven't finished your assignment or you haven't started, please get the assignment, get the questions, and do the assessment, and also post it to Dr. Lunston Tom. Dr. Lunston, can I ask a question? Do you want them to send the assessment to you direct, or to send it to the post and to the group?
No, madam, they should not send it to the group.
Okay.
They should send it to, it's either they send it to me or they send it to you or they send it to our email.
Okay. So can you provide the email on the chat box for them to say it, or add it to the question if it's possible? Okay.
It's already on the platform.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so that is the instructions, that please don't send your assessment because it's like test. Don't send it to, because we don't want people to do copy and paste. So send your assessment, send it to Dr. Lunston or myself direct, or to the email provided. Okay, the third one, I believe we are all honest to ourselves, and I believe you can do this. And please, we are remaining 6 now. Almost 15 people joined today. Imagine if we invite our friends, our co-workers, our family, and any other person that have the privilege to join and learn with you. It will make life easier. You will feel better when you invite people to join us. Today, some people have invited few, and I really appreciate them because I can see new faces, new names on the platform. And I also want to appreciate that majority have joined the Facebook as well. Because like we say, some people might not have the capacity of Zoom, but they can join the Facebook. So let's work together. It's only when we are joining live that we are all together, learning and sharing and growing and learning together. So please, these 3 things is very, very important. Okay, I'm going to now close this morning's section. Thank you all for joining us. I really appreciate it. I wish I could hear from Engineer Wilfred Okelezo. I called him yesterday, probably the connection wasn't right. I also mentioned him today to join us and speak, but I don't know if he can do that quickly before I end this section. Engineer Wilfred Okelezo, sir?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Okay. Good afternoon, Prof, and everyone that is still online. I tried to unmute, but the host is not allowing me to unmute, but thank God I refresh again. That was how I'm able to speak now. I also really appreciate you for the session for this afternoon. My main emphasis is the 3 keys to consistent execution excellence. I remember 2020 when I executed one of my projects after the COVID-19. Even when I gave my workers the structures, the goals, the roles, but I discovered that their habits and their attitude basically is very, very funny. How will have people to trust when you just decide to go and check on one or two things? Before you come back, what's the goals that you set for them to achieve? You cannot achieve it. I don't know if it's aspect of trust. I want you to throw more light on how we can handle workers on site when you give them goals. Because of trust, they cannot achieve them. Thank you.
Thank you. Is it a question or comment? Are you asking question?
I ask a question, I still make comments. So how can we like trust them for them to at least achieve the goals that we have set before them? Mostly the workers on site.
How you can gain their trust or how you can trust them?
How can get their trust? Let me put it that way. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I'm just asking. Right. Like one of the things, there's several ways you can trust them. There are several ways, but one of it is trying to get to know them. I mean, like me, like I said, there are so many people, whether fake or real, on social media. So when they now connect with me and they want to join YYCI or they want to speak on my platform or they want to grow with us, they want to learn, I always ask them, show me who you are, your profile, your CV, your bill, and your activities. So when they send that to me, that is the beginning of knowing who they are or what their achievement is. And from there, I'll be able to gather the skills they have developed and how I can allocate them. Then another thing is, like in the circular words, the interview. Like for example, if you want a job, if you are looking for a job, you fill the form, application form. They see your application form, they see all your profile, your CV, your achievement, your university, your college, your education. They've seen everything on your application form. The reason why they are inviting you to come for the interview that they want to see you yourself. But anybody can fill the form. They can be real, they can be fake. But they want to see you. They want to hear from you. They want you to speak. They want to see your appearance. They want to see the level of your confidentiality, your confidence. They want to see how you are carrying yourself and how you are presenting yourself. They want to see the way you are communicating, the way you are proving your points. That's why they invite you in life to come and join for interview. But in my own case, since I can't do that, inviting anyone, if I might think somebody want to join YYCI from Philippines, I can tell the person to travel to UK because I want to see them. So that is why it's not necessary that we have to do Zoom meetings. So we can have a chat. So I will tell them that I want to have a chat with them. So through our conversation, I will know them better. Through our conversation, I will know their skills they have acquired. Through our conversation, I will know how they are communicating and how they are presenting themselves, even without you asking them questions. But when you just chat with one another, you will know the way they are communicating, and that's where you will know their strength. And that is how you can entrust them to do the job or to fill the role.
you for the enlightenment. I'm so
Thank you, sir.
grateful.
Thank you, sir.
Uh,
Okay,
thank you.
so on this note, I would like to end this conference. Thank you all for joining us today. May God bless you. And please, let's see you in the evening while we continue our program on the WhatsApp with Dr. Lonsing Tom. Thank you, and God bless you, sir. Have a great day. Bye-bye.